Hi, I'm Dr. Neal, and I'm here giving my 2 cents worth for Dear Karnie. This last installment, they were talking about appearance and confidence. I'd like to talk about each. Let's talk about appearance for a little bit. You know, understated is much better than overexposed. Do you know why Maxim oversells Playboy like 5-to-1? Because Maxim leaves a little something to the imagination. Women love cleavage. Guys love cleavage. But you don't need to push them up there so your boobs double as a snack table, okay? It's a little too much. Also, as far as the style of the stretch pants and leggings, you know, very sexy. Guys like a little bit of junk in the trunk, it's okay. But a little bit of covering is nice. Maybe a sweater or maybe a blazer is nice. You know, if I want to see the surface of the moon, I'll buy a telescope. I don't want to see it on your ass. Guys, what's with the sweater hanging around the neck? You know, are you cold? If you're on blood thinners, wear a blazer, okay? As far as this sweater thing, you're not from the Polo Club. And if you got the Dunlap disease, where your stomach Dunlaps over your belt, a shirt tucked out is nice. And lose the earring, okay? You're not Bruce Springsteen. I don't know, I see these guys who are 50 and they're wearing the earring still. This is not the 80s. So, you know, this goes to appearance. You want to look nice and you want to leave a little to the imagination. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about confidence. Confidence is good. Confidence is not over cocky, okay? You can be sure of yourself. You can portray that to other people where they're going to want to be with you. But it doesn't mean you're not caring, and it doesn't mean you're not listening to the other person. Unfortunately, with men who actually need women more than women need men, is that when they're already taken, they have a wife or a girlfriend, they tend to be very confident. Why? Because they've got somebody at home. So women, you have to get through that. Now, men are very simple creatures. They like boobs, again, not too overstated, and they like their ego stroked. That's about it. And they like to eat. You know, so there's not a whole lot. Men are simple creatures. Women are actually much more complicated. Let's talk a little bit more about confidence, okay? I was on a cruise once, and there was this woman. She had to be about 300 pounds, and she's in a string bikini, and she's dancing and shaking, and she was still shaking when the music stopped. But the point is, there's a lot of guys who are hanging around her. She was confident who she was. Men, confidence is be sure of who you are. Sense of humor. Don't be afraid to walk up to a woman and say hello. Okay, what's the worst that could happen? She says no, then you're back at home with the Cheetos. See my previous comment. So the point is don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Okay? Now, one important point. Sometimes when a person is underconfident or has low self-esteem, they tend to take it out on their partner or their date. Now, it may not be right away. This is after a couple dates, okay? Women, when they feel a little bit not confident in themselves or their self-esteem isn't, and it doesn't matter how beautiful they are, they can be very beautiful and have low self-esteem. They tend to pick on their boyfriends or their husbands, and they tend to point out their flaws. That's a big one. And men sometimes act like a jerk. They get too cocky and they start blowing women off, or they start you know, appearing that they're not interested. You know, and then some of these women love going with these guys, even though they're acting like a jerk anyways, which I can never understand. But that's another topic. So anyways, I'm Dr. Neal, and that's my 2 cents.